Hey, welcome back. We're talking about lifeline, our lifeline to health, our lifeline to a sound mind, our lifeline to growing healthy relationships is prayer, is our personal relationship with God. God's PR department is Him wanting relationship with us. Oswald Chambers, one of my favorite authors, says it is impossible for a believer, regardless of his circumstances, to stay right with God if he will not take the trouble to spend plenty of time with God. Whatever else is left undone, spend plenty of time with God. Jesus invites us into a relationship with Himself and with the Father that can literally be a relationship that is unbroken. But that relationship, our being cognizant of that relationship, requires an investment, a steady investment of time. This week in the message, I challenged everyone listening, where do you do that? Where do you do that? When do you do that? Theodore Roosevelt said, you can worship anytime, anywhere. But unless you worship sometime, somewhere, you will not worship. That's what we're saying about prayer, is that I can pray anywhere, anytime, but unless there's some time and somewhere where I'm cultivating that experience of prayer, then I've missed the opportunity. I've missed the chance to train myself to lean into God and to trust Him with all my heart. You will continue to lean on your own understanding. Proverbs tells us this. If you're not shifting and giving dedication to trust God with all your heart, you're going to trust yourself, you're going to trust others, you're going to trust the crowd, you're going to trust people's opinion until you begin to shift and lean into your relationship with Jesus. When Jesus said in Matthew, seek first my kingdom, He was saying, make your connection to me and my reign. His kingdom is the reign of God. Him and God's reigning in your life, your top priority. When you put first things first, that passage tells us second things are thrown in. Listen to the promise. Seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, and all these other things will be given to you as well. He's saying when you put God first, first things first, when you say, where will I prioritize my time? My time with Him will be a priority. When I've prioritized that, everything else in my life that I want, God says, those things are going to come into play when you've put me in the right place and you stay with me. Today, I want to encourage you. We've been talking about God's PR department, His personal relationship department. That's what prayer is. The second PR that I gave this week was personal resolve. You've got to have a personal resolve about what you will do to increase your prayer engagement. Where will you do that? When will you do that? Take some time. Grab the book, How to Pray by Pete Greig. Take some time and listen to a chapter a week. Then engage with me on the weekend. Join a small group. Make a priority to move your life from where it is, living maybe without God's presence and support and love and guidance on a daily basis, to a place where it becomes the new normal. I look forward to seeing you this week as we continue to unpack what adoration is. It's the next thing in our series, the next week's message. I'll talk about pausing for the rest of this time in our devotions. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We're going to talk about how to pause and learn to relax in God's presence. I'll see you tomorrow.